that live and get on a new one and get on a different algorithm. So hopefully y'all will find me because these people are fucking ridiculous. Anyway, let me get back to what I was talking about because I mean, motherfuckers must be so motherfucking jealous that they got to get on my channel. On my channel, I must have something to say, or they wouldn't keep coming on my channel to fuck with me. Anyhow, so I want to know what's the question is. Why why do we spiritually, as a whole, as a collective, as a whole, strive to get out of what reality that we're living in? We call it an illusion. Why? Like what? Why is that? A natural kind of response even to want to leave what we've been given for something better, okay? For what we think is going to be better. But who's to say that it's better on the other side of the matrix? Who's to say it's better? Anybody ever been there? Have you had any cases whatsoever in all of history that someone said, oh yeah, I made it onto the other side of the matrix? I made it over there. And the truth is better, y'all. Nobody. Not even the elite. But the elite manipulate what is the illusion of reality, which is reality, to their advantage by making us believe that there's a better reality that we can escape to. You follow what I'm saying? I hope you do. And I said I had to turn off that other live. I just, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not. Okay. This is Death and the Queen of Cups. Anyway. See what resonates. But I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because I keep hearing all this stuff. Okay. How to say it? It's very difficult. Okay. Is there a curtain that splits this reality? I'm not talking about a heaven and hell area. I'm saying, is there, or have we created this curtain called the Matrix? You follow what I'm saying to you, collective? If you get what I'm saying, leave something down in the comments, okay? Because, I mean, when I was watching that, everybody had their just opinion. And it even had backing to it that we are living in a matrix. That we are living in a double reality, per se. But if we're living in a double reality, then how come we feel it more in this one? In the side that is matrix, the blanket. Like, how come we're in this side of it if we're living a double reality? Like, if we're on the other side too, how come we only experiencing this one? How come we're only feeling this one? You understand what I'm saying? You get where I'm going with this? Like, I don't know, it just triggered the shit out of me. Because, I mean, like, I've seen through the illusion of what they, the elite, I would say, has tried to cast to put separation. But as far as a matrix, I mean, the universe per se is a matrix, I guess, because every choice that you make and every decision that you make leads to or has consequences of So that would be Matrix. Because I'm trying to get to the bottom of why we're striving so much to be on the other side of the Matrix. Like, if there is, okay, please get what I'm saying here. If there's a veil and it can be knocked down, and it can actually be knocked down or looked behind, do we really want to see what's behind it? And if it is one, why are we experiencing this reality of the duality nature of the Matrix? Like, why do we experience this one? Do you understand? Like, okay, there's all these timelines. That I live in, and all these fucking timelines, supposedly. Because I made this decision or that decision in another fucking realm. Why the fuck am I experiencing this one then? Why ain't I experiencing those good ones where I made those good fucking decisions? You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, why do we put it in our brains that there's a better, that there's another something, but yet we're living in this one? Like, why do we force that reality that this is an illusion? Why do we as a whole do that? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, why? Is there something to it? Is there something on the other side? Is there something else? I mean, is that what we keep going for? Is because we think there is? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I mean, it really triggered me this morning to wake up. Because, usually I'm like doing shit around this time in the morning. I'm listening to stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. But I really wanted, and this is my second one. I started a live a minute ago, but there was too many, I guess, drug addicts or dope heads or something on there. Because they were fucking harassing real bad. But I just really question why we question it so fucking hard. And do we really want to know what's on the other side of that machine? Do we? Do we really want to know? Is death another level of the Matrix? I mean, that shit was triggering me so bad because everybody was making like valid points. Okay? They was making valid points. And I was going, okay, so I mean, everybody's very excitable about this and how we're seeing through the illusion. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when everybody was fucking sound asleep, the world seemed to be a better fucking place. I can say that. Y'all, this is just opinion of mine, I guess. Y'all take it how it resonates. If you feel the same fucking way, put something down in the comments and tell me. Don't be playing no fucking games with you trolling shit, okay? I'm being for real. I'm being straight for real with you, okay? I mean, we all talk about this and everybody fucking talks about being woke. What? Seeing through the veil, seeing through the illusion. Okay, well, you can see through it. What the fuck are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You can see through what these politicians are doing. Okay, well, what are you doing about it? You can see it. It's happening. What are you doing about it? Letting it still happen. And just rebelling against it. And that's being woke to the Matrix. Is that being woke? Is that being in the truth? That you're just rejecting what they're doing? Because that's only going to pay, you're only going to pay consequences for that. Unless every single person actually sees the machine. But they don't. So that gets you in another loop of the so-called matrix. Why can't this just be the reality of it? This is the reality of it. Why does it got to be a matrix of it? Because this is the only motherfucking one I'm experiencing besides my spiritual life. How many of y'all have stepped over into these other dimensions in any time, in any time, and lived a different reality through one choice that you made because you know and you realize and that you're wide awake and aware that you actually went into another dimension because of that choice. Because, I mean, really, what is the matrix and what are we seeking through finding it and finding and seeking the truth through it? Then to be in the right here and now of what it is, of what is in the here and now, okay? If the government is fucking us over, what do we do about it individually? If I rebel against the government individually, they're just going to throw me in jail. Nobody's even going to think nothing twice about it. If 50 of us do it, they're just going to throw us in jail and not think twice about it. What do we do about it? So why do we seek so bad to expose the motherfucker? Because it's only going to draw consequences. Just like what with Jesus and Barnabas and all that. When that happened, when all that little stuff happened, Jesus was bucking up against the system, talking about, well, hell, Jesus didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He just told the people, yeah, these people are going to be in the world like this. There's going to be people in the world that are like this, okay? But if you trust in my Father, then you can overcome them. But he didn't say anything about a matrix or seeing through a veil or seeing on the other side of the veil or nothing like that. But why, as we as a people, we create a matrix. We create that shit. I'm trying to tell y'all. We're the ones, as a collective, we manifested a... Y'all, this is reality. Okay? This is reality. Has any single one of y'all ever experienced yourself in a different realm in the Matrix? No, you can't tell me that you have. Okay, I died. I was in a different place. I suppose your dreams are in a different place. But as far as this earthly realm, I don't see a matrix. I don't see... Okay, there is a matrix. Everything is. Everything is a matrix. Do you understand? Every single thing is. Okay? How many of y'all feel like that there's a place that all of us are like in a body that is asleep and someone is controlling like our experiences, but like in the Matrix, like in the movie The Matrix? How many of y'all believe in that? I don't. There ain't no fucking... that they got us all connected to these fucking tube things while we're sleeping, but yet we're doing all this shit no. I don't believe that one fucking bit. I don't believe that. I don't. What's the point in that? You know, like dude that's sitting there, he wants to eat the blue pill, I think. He said he wants to stay in the Matrix and eat steak. Okay? He wants to stay in the Matrix and eat steak. Okay, but he's aware that there's in another state of being while he's sitting there eating that cardboard or what have you, thinking that it's steak because the Matrix told him that it was. Okay? I mean, are you following what I'm saying? Are you following what I'm saying? Why are we seeking that there is a... Because on the other side of that matrix, that shit ain't very pretty. It's fucking... It's like going to... It's like going to the witch's house in Hansel and Gretel. Okay? It appears to be treats and lovely, but she's put an illusion over it so it'll appear to be that way, but it's really ugly and nasty. Wouldn't you rather see the appearance of the beautiful? I mean, god dang, you understand what I'm saying to you? Or would you rather see the gross, nasty harshness of what really is? Because if you're seeking to break through the matrix, you're seeking to see the destruction of what is real and not see the beauty of... Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? I mean, look, I'm at a because I can see both points of view on that particular subject. That why? I mean, you should have seen these people. There was on this video, and all these people were talking about breaking through the matrix, and that you know, they're so very adamant about it, and then at the same time they're all talking about how lonely their lives are and how knowing the truth makes them an outsider, and how other people are afraid of them because they know the truth about what the government's doing and so on and so forth, okay, and that, okay. But how many of us know the truth and just don't speak up about it because they're afraid that they're going to be an outsider or put alone because they're speaking up about it against the forces that be? Because, I mean, like, who's really in control? I mean, god dang, if they was in control, why would they need a fucking matrix? If they was really in control, why would they need to put a matrix up? Why would they need to put a You get what I'm saying to you? And if there are aliens, as much fucking talk and as many years as fucking talk's been going on, I mean, if they're aliens, why not just fucking, okay, show us. Why won't they show us already? Why ain't they? Okay, God said that he threw angels down here on this earth. These angels walked around on this earth. Okay. If they're still in reality, why are they not still showing us who the fuck they are? Like, if they're still in this earthly realm, why would an angel let a fucking peon human say, no, y'all need to stay covered up. Y'all can't show everybody who y'all are. I mean, let's get real with it, y'all. I mean, let's get fucking real with it. One little angel could just go and just demolish the hundred or thousand, whatever humans standing there. What the fuck? What? These humans are telling the angels, whoa. You can't be... You got to act like you're a... You got to act like a pop star if you want folks to worship you. You got to act like a pop star. These humans are telling these angels this. No, I don't think it works that way. I just don't think it works that way, collective. I'm really triggered by this. Because it really, I mean, as woke as everybody says they are, and this and that and another. And I mean, yeah, to see the reality to see the reality. Because the reality wasn't this. God dang, okay, how do I say it? My reality in, say, the 80s wasn't what's happening right now. This crap right here is on a whole nother level. Okay? But is it the Matrix? I mean, the Matrix. And waking up to it. And yeah, Jesus, yeah. Like I truly, okay, I truly believe in Jesus Christ. I truly, I just know it. There's too many times, okay? And he's there with me. Like I feel a presence that stands right beside me. I'm talking about all the time. Never leaves me. I feel it. It's Jesus. The Matrix. I guess that word is triggering me. I guess that it's that word that's triggering me about, I don't know, all these people, how they talk about how fucking lonely it is being woke to the Matrix. Or is that just what our reality is now? We're all separated and individuals and individualized. Is it only the woke people that feel that loneliness? No, fuck, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. Everybody's feeling it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? I hope you do. I hope you really understand what I'm trying to say to y'all about that right there. Because you say you're woke, you say you're woke, you say you're woke, I'm woke, they're woke, they're woke. To what? Woke to what? Woke to what? Every fucking body knows that the government's sideways, and shady, and crooked. Is that what you mean by woke? What the fuck you woke to? This is the reality. This is different than it used to be. And do I want to know what the fuck is on the, quote, other side of that matrix? The only thing on the other side of that matrix, if you ask me, would be a place called heaven that Jesus went and prepared for us. I mean, the machine is plain in our sight. It's not in a matrix. It's not in a veil. It's not covered up. It's plain in our sight. The machine works. We don't have to understand how it works, right? But yet we all want to know. We all question it to get on the other side of it. But we fucking see it working. We see how it works. We see how the cogs and the pegs work in the machine that's there. In the matrix. It's in our reality. It's not on another, it's not behind no veil. It's not behind no veil. And why we want to say it is, it's something within us that's saying that. I mean, none of that is fucking hid. This big wig that got all his money from his ancestors owns all of this shit. And they just put it under different names. Like, I'm trying to figure out what is so they're all wanting to get. break through the matrix. And talking about how lonely it is and that and that and that. Well, what if it's just lonely in this reality? What if this reality that we've led up to from history is just a lonely motherfucking existence? I mean, what if it is? So we can find our individual fucking own thought, I guess. Maybe we had to find our own fucking individual. Maybe we all needed to be a little bit lonely. Just saying. You get you get me? You get what I'm saying? Go ahead, please. I hope you do. I hope you understand. Or should we still live in that matrix that was created for us when we was born? They give the girls dolls and the boys trucks, and that you grow and you go to school for 40 hours a week so you can get set to go to work for 40 hours a week, so you can make a family and that, give us a structure, give us a goal, give us a structure to go by. And now that everybody's woke to the matrix, all those fucking morals and fundamentals are completely gone because everybody's seeking their own self-gratification, and don't nobody give a fuck about coming together and being together and making something work and working hard to make it work. And I mean, love, sometimes love ain't pretty, but you don't just walk away. I mean, they didn't do that shit back in the day, right? I mean, they didn't, just be like, oh, well, we're in the Matrix. So I watched this movie last night. God dang, now I'm being triggered by that. But it's something like that. Portals and shit. So, dude made he was now this is, and that's crazy because my mind just went to that movie that I watched last night. Because all of this is coming from shit that I was hearing on the fucking thing, okay? This dude, they was living in this reality where they had, he was created like movies and commercials and shit online. Like he created them on his computer, okay? Well, he created this screensaver that come off of this political man's jacket, okay? It was a little tiny, he had a little tie clip thing on his lapel. And the dude went in, zoomed in on it real close, and made it into a screensaver. Well, he gave it motion, I guess. Well, this screensaver turned into a fucking portal. It kept going. It was like it emitted like a plasmic type frequency. So he tried to stick his hand. Actually, he got mad and he threw the pin like that. The pin went through it and he was like, what the fuck, right? So he goes, so he goes in there, but on this side, he's like a loser. On the reality side, he's like a loser that couldn't make his dreams come true and shit, right? I mean, that's what they were depicting him as, okay? I guess if that's what you call it, I don't know. And he had an old lady that they had lost a kid, okay? And he kind of like got kind of stuck in a rut, and she got stuck going to work all the time. Well, she was resentful towards him about it and so on and so forth. Well, he goes to this fucking portal thing. Y'all, this motherfucker goes to this portal thing into his great life that he should have had. His old lady's in love with him, and they got their kid, and he's successful in his business, and that, and he starts going over there while the dude is out of town. Okay? While the dude's out of town, while he is out of town. while himself is out of town doing work and shit. He going over there swimming in a swimming pool and laying in his bed. Next thing you know, he's having sex with his own wife, but in that reality. So he comes back through. He done showed his wife over here about that realm. Well, he comes back over here. She catches him in the nude. You cheated on me with me. Fuck you. She leaves. This dude goes back and goes back, goes back, goes back, keeps going back, but he's still himself in this reality. He's still himself, but he's shaved and he's looking just like that dude. He goes back over there. He gonna bust himself in the head and throw himself over into this reality. The successful self over into this reality. While he's over there. Well, he's being his lazy self and not wanting to do nothing and that and that and that. And the new wife is starting to see it, okay? She's like, or the better wife, I don't know what you call it. She's starting to see, well, damn, you sure sleep all the time. You don't fucking get nothing done now. You know, like, you was very, like, on mark. And the other one was talking to this reality wife, because she knew about the portal. And she's like, you know, you cheated on me with me, and he's like, oh, I'd never do that. It's crazy shit, y'all. But the crooked person, the crooked one of the reality, the one that created the portal. This is crazy. The one that created the portal, the lazy one that couldn't accomplish his goals and that and that and that. He's the one that created the damn portal. Okay? He ends up trying to take his own life while simultaneously ruining the lives of the people that he loves by being who he is in this reality, in that reality too. Y'all have to go check it out. It's crazy, okay? But yeah, I wanted to talk a bit about why we strive so hard to see through the matrix. And if we do, are we ready for what we find? I mean, you know, many people are woke to what the government's been doing to us and stuff like that these days. Mainly because the government's just exposing it. Just saying it when they used to wouldn't, but we knew. We were called conspiracy theorists or what have you, okay? But do you really fucking okay, I'm gonna give y'all a we'll do a, I might put it on the community page, but I'm gonna ask y'all right here right now, knowing what you know right now, if you had a choice of the, we'll say the world being the way it was, we'll say back in the 50s, okay, to what it's happening right now, living in the right here, right now, and having all the perks, you call them perks of the modern world, which would you choose? Because keep in mind, in the 50s, these motherfuckers was afraid of atomic bombs landed on their ass. They was digging holes in the ground, putting fucking whole houses in the fucking ground. But they was family units, very much family-oriented units, very much morals and displaying camaraderie, community. Takes some community to raise a child, and they very much displayed that, okay, back in those days. But the Matrix was still doing its thing, wasn't it? I mean, Matrix was still doing its thing, y'all. I'm just saying, like, we still had the threat of atomic bombs, Hiroshima, fucking the Germans fucking bombing us, threat of war constantly. It was just like that. It was the same as it is now. This is just like it, except for we had actual family units and support that love in the family units, to the point even of women that's never worked a day in their life went out and started working to keep America going, for the love of community in support of community, while the men went and fought. Okay, and do you believe that they'll do that now? I mean, this is a whole... I don't know, I'm real triggered by that whole revealing the Matrix. Like, haven't we revealed enough of it that it's ugly? It's ugly as fuck. Maybe we should go back to the illusion. I don't know. Back to the time when people were kind to each other and talked to each other and they cared about the next person. They don't now. I remember a time, even in my lifetime, when like someone got sick, people came together to help that person. Or if someone got down, they would come together, maybe, I don't know, build them a house or something. I don't fucking know. Get them a vehicle or something. I don't know. You understand? I don't know what I'm trying to say right there. I'm just saying, I remember there was a time when people felt more connectedness. It felt a lot more connected. And now that everybody's woke, whatever that word means, it's probably a cursed spelling word. You probably had to spell it some other way. Well, let me tell you this. If you spell woke, if you spell it like this, if you go W-O-K-E, it says we, okay. If you go W-O-K-E, it says we, okay. Woke. Y'all, I don't know. I'm just, what you mean go? Are you talking to collective go within to see the truth? Look, where else do you go? I'm just saying, okay, I just want to say this, people. Okay, just listen to me. Okay, just listen to the madness for a second. Just listen to the madness for a second. Where the fuck else do you go? Where the fuck else can you go other than within? But then again, there are people in the world that don't have an inner voice. Huh? How you not have a fucking inner voice? What? How you not? Maybe they don't understand what you're saying to them, that they don't got an inner voice. How do you not have an inner voice? And how is there any other possible way you're with yourself 24/7 all the motherfucking time? All the time. There's no other than to go within. You're within all the time. I'm within. I'm within right now. Within. I'm not outside. I'm within. I mean, I'm not making fun of what you say, because, look, That right there's been that's it. Shit says all the time. Go within, see the truth. Go within, find the answers. I'm motherfucking within. I'm not outside of my own flesh. I'm right here in it. That's why I'm talking out loud, going within about the question. Why do we seek the other side of the matrix so fucking bad? It's ugly. But we seek the fuck out of it. We want to know, do we? Do we want to know? I don't know if we do. Maybe that's what the government's sitting there going, I don't know if they really do want to know. They say they want to, but I don't think they do. Because I didn't want to know. Y'all made me know because I became the president or what have you. Now I know I don't think they want to. Because I wanted to know before I really knew. I mean, that's how the government thinks about it, right? I was curious and wanted to know before y'all fucking showed me. And now that I know the truth, I don't think that the people really want to know. Because do you really want to know what's on the other side of that? What kind of creatures... Okay, what kind of creatures walking around on the earth? I mean, really, what kind of creatures is walking around on the earth? The Bible describes what an angel looks like. Different kind of. They all look fucking different. I mean, Gabriel different than the being that Enoch seen. There were all the eyeballs all over it. I mean. Okay, so all these angels look different. Scary even. Scary. Even the good angels. Because they say, oh, do not be afraid. I'm an angel of God. Okay? I'm here to help you. Because they say that. The angels do. Okay? So, these angels walked on the earth, the fallen ones. The ones that's fallen. Those ones, they were fallen. They're able to walk on the earth. Can they still fly and stuff? They just can't go into heaven? Like, those are the big questions about the Matrix. I want to know. They can't get into heaven, but they can still fly. But the angels in heaven can come down onto earth. Jesus can even go all the way into hell. So Jesus went into hell and saw tormented souls. Now how could that have been possible? How in any way possible was it possible that Jesus saw tormented souls in hell? Because they wouldn't be none there until Judgment Day, right? Am I lying or am I saying what? Y'all talk. Tell me. Is it? It says that Jesus went down in hell. Enoch did too, didn't he? I believe Enoch was shown hell. How was their souls there already? For them to see, the tormented souls. That is a question right there. How was their souls there already for them to see them souls? Because in my book, it says that the dead are sleeping. They're not in either place till Judgment Day. They're not in either place. They're asleep. Let them rest. Don't try to fucking talk to them. Don't try to wake them up. That's what it says. Do y'all agree with that? So how the hell was their souls, tormented souls, already existed there? The lake of fire. This lake of fire. So there's a whole realm of place. There's a place because Enoch's seen it. Jesus seen it. They describe it. There's a whole place that is described, that was seen visually, that was wrote down and described, that's called Hades. It's a burning fiery place, very earth-like, very earthy, earth-like. And there's a whole other place with roads of gold and gates of pearl, airy, air-like, very airish, air, like light and fluffy. Okay. And then there's this, and then there's what we perceive, that we think we see with our eyes, that is out there. But remember that our eyes are alien, okay? They don't even, our body don't even want our eyes. Crazy. That's crazy. It's the truth, though. Have no reason to lie to y'all. Now, our eyes are alien, and our eyes are telling us to see this. Our hearts tell us something different. Remember that our eyes are alien to our body, y'all. If our body knew that our eyes existed, they would fucking attack the fuck out of them. Okay? Just saying. Look, I'm just trying to connect the pieces. Because I want to know why the fuck we so adamant about looking on the... We already know there's nothing but gloom and darkness on the other side of that matrix. Why do we want to see it? Why not be here in the joy, happiness, of contentment of what was reality, than to seek and find the destruction that is to be? Like, what provokes us to want to do that? Are we better off in ignorant bliss? Is it better to be of child mind? Yes, but to have the knowledge and the lessons and the wisdom to keep us from falling back into a trap that has been set for us over and over and over again. I'm just trying to connect it all, y'all. Y'all, I hope you follow what I'm saying to you. This is a reading per se. If it resonates, let it resonate with you, because this is the real, what I'm trying to get down to. These cards can show you all kinds of stuff. Okay? They can show you whatever they want to. And I can tell you, but you're going to hear something else. Do you understand? I'm trying to get down to the bottom of things. Y'all know that, okay, November 2nd, they're cutting out food stamps for the United States. That's being cut out. Okay? Why do they want to... Okay, there's a trigger in there. They're trying to trigger... Okay, think about this. The poor will start fighting with the poor over the food and stuff, because the rich don't have to worry about it. Because the poor will start stealing from the poor. Because the rich will already be somewhere else, on a different level of receiving their goods. Maybe, I don't know, online or some shit like that. I don't know, maybe the fucking rich already got little portals that go, okay, I want a pineapple. And then it just beams in. They just eat their pineapple. Who's to say that we don't know that they ain't doing that? Who's to say Elon Musk don't have little portal things like they did on the Jetsons? Like, there it is. He just reaches in and gets it out of there. Who's to say that he don't already have that? We don't know that. If he does, I'm sure his buddies do. And so far, and their buddies, and then so on and so forth from there. Who's to say that that's not already set in place? So they're going to take the food stamps away, so all the poor will start stealing from the poor, cause an inner war within an outer threat of war. Because there's an outer threat of war. Whew. I'm just trying to add it all up, y'all. Because I want to know. That shit triggered me. The way the people were acting about how. And I'm sure I've done it before too. About how important it is to be woke. And then know. In the know. Okay, so now we're all in the know. Now that we're all in the know, look what they're doing. They're blatantly showing us. Now that we're all in the know, like, where's it gotten us? It showed us that they're just showing us, well, okay, we're fallen angels. We're demonic. This is our agenda. We're fixing to put AIs out all over y'all and take your money away, take your currency away, take your food away, poison the food that you can get to. We're going to blatantly do it instead of hiding it and doing it slowly over time. We're just going to fucking excel that shit and fucking just yeehaw, motherfuckers. Y'all stupid motherfuckers. Y'all glad y'all woke now? I mean, that's what it feels like. I'm serious. Robots, I mean, what about them? Robots ain't no different than a fucking demonetized or demonic person that has given their soul or given their body to a demon. It's no different than robots. Except for the robots, I guess they can. I would suppose that demons could do that too. Interlink somehow, recognize each other in the Matrix. All these words we use so crazy funny. All of it spells. So I mean, what are the correct words to use? Were they more frequentized or whatever, equalized when we said the these and the thous? Was they more powerful when we said the these and the thous? Because the EEs and the OUs together, they make a more powerful sound than us just saying it. Kind of makes you wonder, don't it? Well, I guess I'm just in a... Because it makes me wonder. If it makes you wonder too, y'all let me know. Because I'm wondering. Like, what the fuck? Why did we change? Over time, all of it. Our language got to be this mixed up. Look, all these people, they live in foreign countries, supposedly, right? Live in foreign countries, okay? Seems to me like the whole world can talk English now. I mean, maybe not some. Like, maybe not some in those nations, but damn, the whole fucking world can talk English. You know how hard it is to talk fucking English? I mean, English has got some fucked up words that mean the same thing. And then some other words that are all different spell the same thing. That's crazy. Like, and why is I before E except after C? Why is it like that? Why? Like, why? What difference does it make if you put the I before the E or the E before the I? With some different power to it. And why are a shit ton of words spelled like EA, but not AE. There's some words that are spelled AE, but not a bunch. But most of them, I mean, most of them that have that connection is the EA. But many words have the I before E, except after C, or they wouldn't have made that fucking little slogan. I mean, so many words, so many of them have that I before E, or the E before I. Because it's the power in the letters that make the word, that gives us the feeling of the word. It's the power in those letters, and each one of those letters. Man, I got my little thing messed up right there. It's driving me crazy. Looks like a knot on my head, but it's part of my bandana. It's driving me crazy right there. Okay, anyway. Let's see what we got here. We got the King of Swords. Man, maybe I need the King of Swords is damn going crazy. He's losing his mind. Look, he's trying to get shit in order. He's trying to get shit lined up in his mind. Look, he's had an epiphany. He figures something out. Sometimes I guess you got to go back. Listen, it's all so fucking contradictory. It's also contradictory. Be in the present moment. Live in the here and now. Just remember what you learned in the past. Just forget about the past. Look to the future. Put boundaries on the future. Set your goals. I don't understand. Okay. Break free from the matrix. Get on the guinea pig wheel. Spin on the wheel. Spin on the wheel. Jump off the wheel. What happens when you jump off the wheel? You're on the wheel. You're standing all by yourself when you jump off the wheel. Because all the rest of them are trying to make that fucking wheel spin like a mug. All for what? So they can be unhappy. Resent, like, the things that they love the most for having it. Resent their house, resent their car because they have it, because they have to pay for it. They have to work and be on the wheel to pay for it. It even determines how many children that they decide to have, because that might be too much. But those that are not efficient enough to stay on the wheel, they don't mind. They have 500 children. They don't mind. I'm just trying to get the whole. I'm just trying to lay it out here for y'all. Okay, back to life, back to reality. I'm just saying. It's like, what do you want us to do? Like, okay, that's a good question. God, what do you want us to do? God says, enjoy my creation, not y'all's. Enjoy what I created, not what y'all fucking made. God wanted us to live in a box. Why didn't he put us in a box to begin with? Or did he? Because Eden is a separate place. But there was no box there. But was there snow? Was there sleet? Was there ice? Who knows? They never spoke about that. But it was a box. It might have been a beautiful box. But then when you open that box, death comes. Chaos. No matter what box you open. Like, no matter what fucking box that you open, it's chaos. Pandora's box. It's every single time. Like, okay, when you get ready and stuff in the mornings, you go outside to go to your job or what have you. As soon as you open that door, that's a whole nother fucking box. That's chaos out there. Pandora's box. You don't know what you're about to get. But just remember what's at the end of Pandora's box. What's at the very bottom of Pandora's box, y'all? Hope. So that's what gives us the strength to do it again. To get up, open that box, see what's in it. Every day. Every second. We're opening these boxes to see what's in it. But what lies at the very bottom is hope. Because if you made it all the way through to reach down, if you made it through all of those illusions of chaos, all that flying around, just attacking you, you looked and you was able to look and keep hold of that box and look, you find hope at the bottom. Because why? You're still alive. You made it. You made it through that box you chose to open. But it's all Pandora's box. Every single box you choose to open is Pandora's box. No matter what goes on within after you released it, let it out. That's crazy because I got triggered by that. I watched the 1946 version of 13 Ghosts. Pretty interesting. That was better. It was better than the whatever that version stuff was that they made. I know there's some 13 Ghost lovers out there, but I didn't care for that one. That black and white one was good. It was really good, actually. And that little kid kept saying, man, I'm telling y'all, oh, well, I saw another person today. And the mom and dad were like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah. And he's telling them he's seeing these ghosts and shit. Anyway, look. Everything is Pandora's box. Everything. Okay, I've come to the conclusion. It's taken. Okay, y'all take it however you want to. Look, and if you can just make it through to the end, what's she holding in her hand? You see what she's got? You see what's left behind in the shadows? Tattered and torn, but still alive. I guess that's a daily battle, man. Looks like she's got Christ conscious all around her head, though. You see Christ conscious all around her head? She's on the yellow brick road. Or, I mean, fucking looks. It may have gotten a little dust on it from the sand on each side that where those people were trying to build those towers when the towers fell. That sand blowed up on the yellow brick road, but she's walking on it. Where them people back here, the tower fell down. And it blowed that sand onto the yellow brick road. But she's staying on the path, it looks like. It's going to lead to something. Ooh, Lord have mercy. The King of Pentacles and the Empress. This Empress looks like, she looks like, I can't remember her fucking name in that damn Mortal Kombat. You remember her? You know who I'm talking about. She fucking whooped some ass. Her hair could grab them and pull them to her. Hi-ya! She kicked their ass. Nina? Was it Nina? It was the one's like sister. She wore the dress and she'd say, "Hey-ya!" Did she wear a dress? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh, Lordy mercy, y'all. Y'all know who I'm talking about? It was Nina, and she walked. Okay, she was the legs. She was legs. She kicked her ass with her legs. And she hung with the red-headed dude. That he was badass. He was red-headed dude. Y'all, was it Mortal Kombat? Was it Mortal Kombat? The one where you had to walk through the little town. Chicken. Pick up the chickens. The baked chicken. If you don't have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm sure that sounds fucking crazy. But if you do know what I'm talking about, leave something down in the comments, okay? That shit's funny. Look, this ain't no coincidence these cars come out like this. Walking down this rocky road. Wondering where my life is leading. Rolling on to the bitter end. This King of Pentacles made some kind of final judgment about this Empress that you're the star, baby. There's no one like you. Look at these, man. All these are damn... I can't even make it up, y'all. He's dreaming about you. He's trying to figure out a way to come towards you. He says you're sexy and beautiful and charming. God almighty, I get so tired of the same look. Who cares? Let's live in the here and now. Okay? The reality is, what is your reality, collective? What is your reality? You're by yourself with God, your spirit. Striving to better the world, yourself, what? Reveal the truth. What is the reality here? Stick up for yourself. Because in reality, most of us are struggling with what is reality, because there's always so many lies and so many things hidden, so much going on that's not being communicated, and assumptions. That's the reality. There's more assumptions than there are truths. And even when you know the truth, what do you do about it? What do you do about it, collective? Do you continue to speak the truth? Or are you too afraid to step up and speak the truth because of the reality of that you will be called crazy, or you won't fit in, or you're going to be alone? You're going to be pushed out and alone. And are you willing to do that for the truth? To have the truth revealed, only for it to turn against you in the end. Basically, the more truth you know, the more reality you know, the more you spread it, the more you bring others to reality. But that's not our job, okay? That's not our job to wake up people to that, to the matrix. It's not our jobs. Our job is to wake up people to the reality of God. Bottom line, that God exists. That out of everything that we can see, what we can't see is the true thing, is the real thing. What? What? Yeah, I'm gonna put some new food in there today. Yeah. Oh, he's fronting out, boy. Y'all should see him going. What? Come here, Fortune. Come here. Come here. Oh, when I talk to you, shut up. Okay, I acknowledge you. I see you. You're real. Only because I see him, though. Right? Ain't that the way it works? Because, I mean, if you think about the laws, the rules, we'll say the rules of the people that say they're woke. When you think about the rules, reality only exists when you see it. When you look at it. When you acknowledge it's there, that it's only real then. It's not real any other time. What, man? Come here then. Come here then. You want me to come over there and mess with you? Ain't nobody got no comment about it? Robots, huh? Look, there's some kind of theft or some kind of plan. Somebody has collected, somebody's collected evidence. Because somebody left evidence. Somebody's collected some kind of evidence in favor of this, of a collaboration, money laundering. Somebody's got evidence of money laundering. Through a place, something about food, produce, products. Somebody has made gain off of somebody's products. Somebody's made products off of possibly collective, naive. Collective's been naive about something, being backstabbed. Someone's making gain off of you, collective, off of some kind of products. Behind your back, while you're busy working, they were taking something. There was some kind of scheme by this knight. A false knight. Yeah, the moon behind him. Somebody was after money. They was working. Now they're having regrets. They want to bring in justice. Give you something back. Look, Queen of Pentacles. That's the last one laying there. Somebody's having regrets about they was working. They was doing something that somehow or another they was scheming money. They was made some kind of product or something off of you. Look. And the Hierophant behind that. Somebody was made some type of product off of your work. Was making money or something like that. Or using your image or something to that effect. Can't believe I'm going to start the reading at an hour. But anyway, if you stuck with me this long, go on and hit that subscribe. Hit that bell notification. You never know what you're going to get. And the Mandela effect is life was like a box of chocolates. How was it like a box of chocolates when it hasn't happened yet? So it is like a box of chocolates because you never know what you're going to get, right? But the Mandela effect says it was like a box of chocolates. That ain't what he said. I watched that movie 5 billion times. I mean, plus. He said, Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But now the Mandela effect says, Mama always says life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Now if it was, that ain't right. And how come the Mandela effect is so active that everybody fucking experiences it? When I was growing up, there wasn't no such thing. But I do recall Mandela dying in the 80s. I remember him dying. I remember a funeral on TV. I remember his wife talking, the whole nine. And then I also remember him being released from prison, speaking, and almost instantaneously becoming or being the president of South Africa, is it? Like instantaneously, he was the president. As soon as he was released from prison. All gray haired and stuff. I remember that too, but I remember his funeral too. So what? Have I been living in both? Because I remember both of them. But there's no ifs, ands, and buts that the Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia. No ifs, ands, and buts. And there's no possible way that the people that recreate it make it exactly identical to the way it looked to everybody that remembers it. I'm just saying, y'all. Like, have I been living in both of them? Did I live in both of them? Like that dude in that Portal movie that I watched last night. What the fuck? Where I go through a portal and end up being in both of them? Where I remember this and remember that. It was Berenstain Bears all of my life, and now it's Berenstain. Like, exactly when did it happen? Because I know that when I died, when I came back, is when it felt like that everything changed. But everything was already changing prior to my death. And let me ask you this, y'all. Okay. Now, look, remember all these movie stars, we'll say 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, all the movie stars. Hell, not even that long. Now, if you was to went into a coma anywhere between 2015 to now, 10 years, would you recognize a single one of these movie stars? Like, would you recognize them, that that's who that is? I don't know if I could. Like, if I was to close my eyes for 10 years, okay, see all of what I seen for 10 years, for however long I was alive, and then fall asleep for 10 years and then wake up and then look and see all the movie stars and the entertainers, would I know a single one of them? Would I know who any of them was? Because they're still the same people. Damn if they look the same. Not a single one of them. Not one of them. None of them. I'm amazed at how they all changed their voices. Like, Madonna was a Brooklyn, like Bronxy type. She had that to her voice, to her speech and her voice. And now it's like a alien. Like, she talks in a whole other what? Huh? I mean, at least Britney Spears. At least Britney Spears still got Louisiana in hers. Okay, I got to say that. I just got to say that. Madonna's fake, phony. What is she? Is she one of the recreations? What the fuck? Because that's not the Madonna that I remember back in the 80s. Back when Madonna first come on the scene. She didn't talk like that. She didn't act like that person that is now or was even 15 years ago. That's a different person than the Madonna that was. But say if you did an interview with Cyndi Lauper, she's still the same exact. She talks the same and everything. But Madonna doesn't. at all. It's just weird. It's just weird. I mean, it's just weird. Like, who are these people? Like, are they all fucking... Have we already been being entertained by AIs all this time? And we just thought that we were watching... Have we already all been entertained by this AI shit? And we just thought that we were watching other people. It just makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. And how many of these rock stars have told us? These rock stars told us way before these movie actors and stuff did. These rock stars told us about the deals with the devil and how they are made to manipulate the people, and they don't want to, but they're forced to. If they want to maintain their lifestyle, they're forced to. So they have a choice every time, and they choose to go be a star, go be rich and be a star. Because the masses aren't going to believe them anyway, because they tried to tell the masses, and the masses didn't listen, so they fucking said, okay, well, I'll just go be rich. They don't want to hear anyway. Right? Is that how it works? I mean, just to say, get back down to reality. This Queen of Cups. Bottom line, my Bible, which I do believe is Word of God, and most, I say if you seek a message from God, you can find it in any book. If you're willing to discern it with the Holy Spirit. If you're seeking a message from God, you can find it in any nature. If you're seeking a message from God, God is going to get the answer to you. Okay? He gave us that book right there. That's not a coincidence that we have that book, no matter if some debate this and some debate that. He gave it to us for us to use as a to teach us how to use the tools that we may misinterpret or not understand from our birth, from our creation, because we are made of God. And we have these gifts that He gives to us that we may not understand. So He gave us that book for us to understand them. For us to understand who we are in Him, because He made us perfect in His image. And if we can just understand that perfection and quit trying to find something wrong with it through self-image or what have you, we can understand that perfection through love, because that's the strongest thing. Then we are one with God, because we see that we're one with everything. It's all one flowing frequency. Because without the negative and the positive contradicting one another, it would give us no reason to strive for better. You understand? The secret teachings. Why? Because all of this right here is the teachings. The Bible is the teachings, y'all. Because the main thing of what you need to know, okay, back before anybody was awake or what have you, whatever, they wasn't using that language. They wasn't using language. I came to the conclusion once I read the entire Bible that the whole message of that Bible tells you to love. Love even when you don't understand it. Love, 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 love. Love the things around you. Love the things within you. Love the things without you. On the outside. Love, 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 love. That is the most important thing. That is the key. That is the most important thing. That's what I read out of that Bible. That's what the whole summary of the Bible is. And then it tells you that there's a lot of mean and hate out there throughout it. But the key is love. Love is the frequency that will overpower all of that. Even the doubt. That love will even overpower the doubt. Okay? So, I mean, my question, okay, God made us perfect in His image. So God sits and contemplates, like, because that's what we do. Like, what would God need to contemplate? And why would He put that in us to do that if He doesn't do that? If we're like Him? I have always done it. I've always contemplated since I can ever even remember. I've contemplated why this and why that all of my life. I understand. Is why I don't understand. Ain't that something? It is the labyrinth. I understand. My understanding is why I don't understand. Because I have an understanding of it all. I don't understand it. Why? Like, I really have an understanding of it, y'all. Like, on a deep level. To the point that it makes me go, why? Like, how come some of us are so oblivious to what it is that we're successful in achieving every goal that we set out, and some of us aren't? How come that is? I really, really want to know these things. Maybe in death I will find knowledge. I don't know. Will I sit down with Jesus and He just tell it? Or will I just forget it all? Will I just be like, who gives a shit? This is heaven. I'm in heaven. Who cares about the answers? I mean, will it be that way? Really? Will it? All these questions that you have will be answered in death, but will you give a shit in death? Will you care? Will you even want to know? Who cares? I'm dead now. Like, I don't care. All that time I spent seeking answers on the earth. When it don't fucking matter. That's the joke about it, I guess. The irony is that all the time you spent seeking the knowledge, when it's right there at your hand, it doesn't even matter anymore. Really, is it all just a big joke? Is God a comedian? Is he writing down jokes? We just live in the existence of them. I ain't lying, y'all. I'm just straight up being straight up with you. So I hear that the fucking three-eye motherfucking, why they name it that? It's so retarded. The big shit turd that's emitting methane gas with all the lights on it, that's got a tail rudder, that it's supposed to hit the sun today? Out of all the things in fucking Joe Dirt to be the real, that really happened, is the fucking turd meteor. I mean, all the things in Joe Dirt, the turd meteor is the real thing in that. I guess Ken Panama was dragging it around like it was a fucking pet, eating his lunch on top of it and shit. You know, now he's made watches out of them things that he created, them alien things that he created. That thing that he threw in the water, and he made little watches out of them. You can buy your own watch now, your own little alien. It moves in there and everything. It moves and everything. Did y'all know that? Your little venom in your watch. Crazy shit in the world, man. Crazy shit. What is reality of it? What do we do? Like, I watch these videos and stuff about, like, zeppelins and blimps, okay? Because at a certain level in the atmosphere, shit can float. I mean, if we put a car at a certain level in the atmosphere, it'll float. It'll float along if we have some kind of propulsion system in it. And what exactly the port stations, when the big blimps would go up to the port station and charge up, what exactly was they charging? Like, what was they charging? The frequency in the motherfucker? What was they putting in it? What was they charging? These fucking blimps were like air mansions, y'all. Like, greater than any fucking ocean liner. Those are compared to a fucking blimp. I'm just saying, these blimps were fucking huge. Had fucking levels in them. Look at all this stuff and I go, okay, why have we regressed? How did we build shit like that? And that shit looks like common everyday people was building shit like that. Like we all carried around a little laser pen that says, yeah, I think I'll build a doghouse. I mean, you know what I'm saying? With the level of detail on all of that stuff. And okay, say our say our future ancestors, okay? Say our future ancestors. Where's the tablets and shit with the drawings and shit and the writing and shit that we're leaving for them on this paper? Well, I mean, really, like how much paper stuff have we been able to hold on to as far as history? Like, why would we leave our shit on paper? Just saying. Oh yeah, I forgot. We supposedly cast it out into space in a time capsule in space. It's got a CD on it. It's got a CD on it. It says, "We love you. We universal love, universal love." I'm being for reals, y'all. Y'all already know all that, though. Y'all know that we got that. Where is that? Would they shoot it through the ocean to get it out into space? Like, what exactly was that blip from what? 100 years ago or so, there was a blip that we got that they say that they feel it was a radio frequency light years away, that and then we sent that fucking CD out like a like that's our answer to it. This is all so comedic. Is it really comedic or what? Just like fucking Neil Armstrong leaping and playing hopscotch on the fucking moon. He was like, yay, yay. Holy crap, y'all. I mean, where does it stop and where does it start? I'm just saying. Where does it stop and where does it start? Is it kind of comedic that the majority of the people that live on the earth are living in a purgatory state between barely making it and taking steps to achieve their goals? But then there's a very little set of people that control whether or not they do make it or don't. That's so hilarious. And then there's a lesser set of people that control whether or not those ones in control get to do what they get to do to the ones that are barely making it, racing to achieve their goals. But it seems that it's been that way since the very fucking beginning. I mean, if you really think about the story of Adam and Eve, because, I mean, they're taking your jobs away from you so they can really distract you by making you idle all the fucking time, okay? So the devil's real easy to get in there and say, don't you want something different? Or do you just want to sit around here while Adam works and you just talk to the animals all day? Don't you want something different? I'm just saying, it seems like it from the beginning of time there was a manipulation to keep certain people down and certain ones up. Why? Why? Why are we not all the same? Why are we not all equal? Why are some of us willing to do the hard work that others aren't willing to do, but the ones that aren't willing to do that hard work have seen a way to get the job done without having to be such a fucking struggle? But the others are unwilling because they feel like if they're not suffering to get the job done, then it ain't worth fucking getting done. It's like we've always been in the same loop. Adam was working. He was busy. If Adam hadn't been busy that day, what difference in the world would it have made? Because he would have ate of the fruit. What? He'd have took Eve? He just took her ass? She wouldn't have had no choice. Because she served under him. According to that version, they was equal in their own rights. You understand? Adam's strength went out and brought home the food, and Eve's nurturing baked it, made it, or what have you, served it to her. It was an equal share. He just so happened to be doing the work at the time when she was waiting on him to bring it to her. So the story goes, you get what I'm saying to you, collective? I hope you do, man. I hope you follow what I'm saying. It's always been some type of manipulation It almost seems only specifically for service. Serve, 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 serve. Bible says God wants you to serve, right? Serve others. Serve, 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 serve. Okay? Your abundance lies within service of others. And why'd you make it so tough? And why'd you give us free fucking will? I mean, he gave us free will right off the hip. Gave us free will right off the hip. Told us we can't do something. As soon as he gave us free will, he said, oh, wait. Y'all do anything you want to because I love y'all. Y'all my children. Y'all do anything you want to. Wait. Don't touch that fruit, that tree right there. Out of all of them, I'm going to put something special about this one. Y'all can't fuck with it. Don't touch this tree. Gave us free will. Why would it be a snake would be the one to come and say, surely you won't die? Has a snake tasted of that fruit? I mean, did they was alive long enough to be observing this tree and see what's eaten off of it, or if anything is eaten off of it? Because, I mean, common sense will tell you if the animals ain't eating it, then you probably shouldn't fucking be eating it neither. Okay? I'm just saying, you would just have that knowledge. You just know. And did Adam and Eve have all knowledge when they was living in Eden? Did they have all knowledge? Because surely they died, made them dumb, right? Because they didn't die in the flesh, they died in the spirit, okay? So it made them dumb. So they had knowledge, so they knew how to make fire, they knew how to fly. I mean, shit, if you think about it, I mean, look, why have we been deceived in these messages, these stories that have been told to us? Because surely Adam and Eve they was the closest to our Lord Father. He directly breathed straight into Adam's nostrils. So why wouldn't he have all that knowledge of God? In all actuality, Adam is the first son of man. Lucifer, possibly the first son of angels. He's corrupt, the most corrupt. Why wouldn't man be? If God made the angels, made Lucifer the morning star, the most greatest one, the most corrupt. Why not? Why wouldn't he make the first man that he created the most corrupt? I'm just saying. Of the creation of that man. And why would he take Abel? Because God took Abel through Cain killing him, but left Cain here for eternity. To never leave the earth. Ever. Is that a punishment? And Abel didn't have to enjoy it? So being on the earth is a punishment? I mean, if you look at it from that point of view, Cain would probably say, yeah. The angels definitely say, yeah, it's a punishment. Because they begged. They begged like crazy to get back into heaven. So being on the earth is a punishment. We're being punished, but with the possibility of deeper punishment if we don't change our ways. I'm just trying to figure it all out, y'all. Are you with me? So you're telling me this, okay? This is what I got. This is what I gathered. Because that video triggered the shit out of me. All the people very, very... And I've been there myself. Energy was just... about waking up to the Matrix and not letting them pull the wool over our eyes and that. Damn, was we fucking better off? Do you keep shit from your kids because you don't want your kids to feel that? Or do you just let them just freely watch and see and... You get what I'm saying to you? You following what that... I mean, if somebody agrees with me, put something down in the comments. Hit the like button. Okay? Like... To be awake is to see through the illusions. Your mom and dad lied to you all your life to keep you from being harmed, or you're not old enough to know that yet, or... I mean, you understand, or I don't think you handle that at your age. Those types of things. Like, would it be better just to already know? Like, why hide it from us? Like, okay. Like, for the fact that people cuss, okay? People cuss, but it's inappropriate to cuss around children, but people cuss. So it's a part of when they get a certain, they're going to cuss too. I mean, you understand what I'm saying to you. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That part. We've been put under illusion. We get told all this fantasy stuff. It exists as we get told this as children. Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, that. But then as adults get told that none of that's real but Jesus. But I feel that all of that shit's fucking real, and Jesus. All of it's real. It's our perception, okay? All of that stuff that they shovel out to us is a real in a sense that they need you to celebrate it. They need your energy to celebrate it. As far as making the ritual bind. So it's real. You are celebrating a energy of, say, Easter, with the Easter Bunny and all that. You're celebrating the energy of the crucifixion, pretty much, with the bunnies and the egg and that, but it's representation of a rebirth. Okay? So, do you celebrate the death of our Savior? That's not what we're to celebrate. We're to celebrate what happened 3 days later. He rose again. As proof that he is who he says he is. Not the crucifixion. We shouldn't wear crosses with Jesus hanging from them. That's idolization of them finding fault in the purest man. That's idolizing his death. Okay, I'm just saying that's saying yay the death of. Yeah, that you agree with what the Jews did back in the day by putting him on that cross, by wearing that crucifixion cross. You're agreeing to what they did. Just saying, you better be careful. Jewelry can play games. I'm just saying, earrings is to hear the rings of Saturn. Saturn is Satan. Representation of, anyway. If you look at it that way. I mean, and how are we to look at things? Because everything they've ever showed us or told us is a lie. And to see that it's a lie only brings you misery and strife. That's fucked up. To see the reality of it, does that make you happy? Are you happy that you got to see the reality of all the shit? I'm just saying. Or you stand by yourself being shunned away because other people don't want to see it because you can see it. And then what do you do once you got that knowledge? You keep digging deeper? Yeah. You dig deeper only to come back to the conclusion that you know nothing. Ain't that something? Maybe that's what happened to Solomon. The wisest man in the world, God ordained. God said, you're the wisest. I'm giving you. He asked for wisdom from God. God said, I'm going to give you a gift because you're the son of my favoriteest person on the earth right now. He said, what you want? He said, I want wisdom. God said, Pam, it's yours. You got wisdom. He was the wisest man on the earth. Wisest. That's where all those songs of Solomon, the Proverbs come from, all that come from Solomon. Wise. Wise so much to the point that he got bored and sought knowledge of demons that he could control, that he wanted to know their names and what was the name of the angel that pissed them off. Did y'all know that? That Solomon asked the demons, when he called the demons, he called them to a council. He called the demons to a council. And they came. He wanted to know their name, their power, and what was the name of the angel that pissed them off, that they have grievances with. Okay? What's the name of the angel that pissed you off? And why are you mad at him? And he told them. All these angels told, or these demons. Fallen angels? I don't know. Because he can control these, and demons are created, but these are energies that exist through all these fallen angels. A third of the angels that was cast out. Okay? So, he's controlling these demons. He's calling them. They call them demons, but they're not demons. Demons are conjured. Angels are fallen angels always. Angels. They was made angels. They was always be angels. Stripped of their heavenly glory is what it was. They're stripped of their heavenly glory. But that doesn't mean that they don't have their powers, because they was created as angels. They have the knowledge of their powers anyway. And possibly they're working with the humans to say, okay, let's make God does this, okay, we can do this and manipulate, make it like the power that I had. Okay? I mean, that's as far as I can gather. But he directly wanted to know what each demon, angel, fallen angel had, what their power was, what their name was, and what their grievances was against the angel against them. Because each one of them had an angel to counteract them, to fight against them. Each one of these fallen ones had an angel that they didn't like, that would come down and stop them from doing whatever they was doing. Do you understand? That's a very interesting thing about Solomon. So then when Solomon got the knowledge, and that he knew that he could control them, because they had no other choice but to tell, because he asked them to directly question, and they had to tell. Some of them were mad and didn't want to say, but they had to. They had to, because he was given the ring from the angels. Okay? So they had to tell. And because he had control over them, after he found out what their power was, what their grievances was, he set out to conquer. And that's when he was stopped. Because he was wanting to conquer the world then. And what world is that? The tiny, tiny little world that we know of? This little tiny world? Like, what? What would be the purpose in conquering the world? I mean, what is the purpose in conquering the whole world? Okay, you would be the top tier in power, and everybody underneath you resent and hate you. You would be alone then too, wouldn't you? Couldn't trust nobody. If you conquered the world. If you was even a group of people. What good would that be? Because within you would be trying to conquer each other to be the top tier, that you can't trust nobody underneath you. This is a whole big loop. It's so crazy. I mean, y'all, y'all ain't saying too much, but I mean, it seems that you agree with what I'm saying. I want to know, man. I just want to know, what is it all for, okay? I remember being a child. I remember that if the sun was shining outside, I was just happy as I'll get out. Like, it just made me just as happy as I'll get out. Like, if I woke up, see the sun, it just made me happy. If I woke up and it was raining, stormy, now, it's all the same. Doesn't matter if the sun's out or if it's gloomy, it's still the same. I can't explain it. I cannot explain that. Do you remember waking up like, I don't know, it's different than it is now. I don't know how to explain it. Can y'all explain what I'm saying? Because it's different. It's different. I don't know. Looking at food is different. Eating it is different. I don't know. Are we under some kind of... Okay, I watched a movie called Gretel the other day. Okay, Gretel's the oldest one. I had Hansel and Gretel. Okay, so she was like seeing through the veil. She was seeing through it. Okay, she was noticing stuff about like the food and stuff. Like, where's all this food coming from? Where's it always coming from? Okay, but the witch was like, don't worry about that. Okay, so are we eating? Is this shit a fucking illusion that we're eating? I mean, like, yes, we're eating fucking bugs in our food, and the fucking witch has placed over the food, but it's not. It's like cardboard or rubber or whatnot. It's not even food. And what happens when you eat the food in the other realm? You get stuck in it. Remember that? Don't eat food in your dreams. Or you'll get stuck in it. You'll get stuck in your dream. You'll get stuck in that realm. If you eat the food from the fairies, they'll lure you in to eat their food, and if you eat the food, you'll be stuck in the illusion forever. No way to escape. And they'll have you like as their pet. Isn't that part of the folklore and all that? Y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I've really been delving into this kind of thing. I don't know where it's coming from, because I mean, it just... I said, okay, I'm going to start this reading, because I need to talk about this Matrix thing. Why have we as a collective forced that to be in our reality? Because we did it. We forced that. We forced that perspective of an illusion, of a curtain, of there's something behind it, a trick behind it. It's in all of our stories that there was always a trick behind. But is it that the illusion to try to make us not believe in a higher power such as God? Because that's always been a trick behind the curtain. It's the truth, but it's always been a trick. Every time. I mean, every single time. Okay, say, look at your candy bar wrapper. And then open the candy bar and look at the candy bar. It does not look like the candy bar on the wrapper. Did you know in China, I think it's China, it could be Japan, I'm not sure, and I don't mean to mix them up, because I know that's not right. I'm not sure where it's from, but they make the packages with the real size of the item that's inside of the package, on the package. And if it's not the real, if you find one of them that's not the equal size to what's on the outside of that package, they'll pay you like mega bucks, like big time money, that it's not the same exact size as, but you have to have proof, okay? That's to fight the illusion, I suppose, of misadvertisement. But yet China's top AI holograms in the world, but they don't want to misadvertise their snacks. Like, God knows, don't let them misadvertise their snacks, people. That's pretty funny if you think about it. Like China puts out more illusions than anywhere else on the earth. They really do. Down to even having whole fucking cities built to make people believe that people live there. Nobody lives there. But yeah, overpopulated. So they say. But God knows, if you find a snack that's not on the outside of that package the same fucking size, they gonna pay you for it. They'll pay you to find a snack that's not the same size. Say your potato chip. If your Dorito shows it's that size on the package, and you hold your Dorito up and it's bigger than that size, you sue China, or you sue the place. All these illusions. And does it really fucking matter, man? What difference has it made in y'all's lives? Has it changed y'all's lives in any way? To know? Did it make a difference? Did you quit work and start just living on the land and just living off of what God has provided? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. Maybe I'm just saying, but I'm questioning what is the point in knowing what's behind the fucking Matrix. Like, what's the point? Has it made the world better? Doesn't seem like it. Seems like the world was better when they didn't know. But has it always been like this? There was always people that did know, and there was always people who didn't want to know, but did know too. Deep down, they knew. And then there was people that controlled it. That's been since the beginning of time. If we really stop and think about it. So I suppose we should snap out of the illusion. We got the Sun card and the Two of Swords. Okay, snapping out of the illusion. Snap out of the illusion. I think it's better to dream. More inspiring to dream and have hope for a better tomorrow. I believe it's more inspiring and has more love feel into it. Love frequency. To dream of a better tomorrow where people smile again and shake each other's hands, are interested in their gifts of what talents they have. How can you make others feel good? That's the talent. That's the talents. The storyteller gets the best seat by the fire, And the artist is acclaimed for depicting how other people see the world through their eyes, or how they see the world through other people's eyes. An artist. And most of these things are free, but we charge to live. So therefore, we have to put a price on how we share love. If we don't share it enough financially, then it's not reciprocated. But the poor man can be as crazy as you know. Let me take that back. The rich man can be as crazy as he wants, and we call it eccentric. But the poor man can be sane and speak truth, and we call them crazy. I guess that's where good is bad, bad is good. What would provoke the richest man in the world to build a rocket ship that he very well knows doesn't go straight up and there's a firmament for it only to curve, to waste all of that money to do that, with him having the knowledge of the suffering that goes on in the world that he could stop with the money that he has. But he would rather spend it on a toy because he has knowledge of God, so he knows that there's a firmament. So why would he do that? On purpose. Because he don't know how to distribute the wealth to the poor that need it. Because I have yet to see Elon make any step whatsoever towards helping the poor or helping the less fortunate be at least a little more equal. I haven't seen him do that not once. Not once. I mean, you know, he's about to be a trillionaire. That's so funny. Because money doesn't even exist. And what in the fuck is Trump doing with all this gold shit? This motherfucker got gold from head to toe. What the fuck? Oh, he's trying to show homage to the Saudi Arabian devil, Alawid. Alawid bin Talaha, whatever the fuck, Talaha. Alawid. Is that his name? Alawala Halid. Awalahid. God almighty, there's a name right there, y'all. The number of Satan. The number of the man with the beast is the number of the 666. That's him, Alawid. I'll be right back. He's Saudi Arabian. He died and was in a coma for 20 years. And then was revived and it was the richest man in the world. Tell me that ain't Satan. He just slept through it all. He said, fuck it. I'll wake up when I feel like it. So funny. I'm just saying, y'all, it's all true. I guess. Or is it all illusion? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just saying it's just all illusion. All of it. How do I know that I'm even speaking in a language? Because they told me, and everything they've ever told me is a lie. Did they make us talk in this language? Did they change the language of us from way back in the day when we could speak to God because they changed the language where we didn't know how to talk that language? Because them jokers' names was Magagigiha and Jalapu and crazy names. Tell me how come all of ancient text is either Hebrew or Greek? Was there no other kind of language? And if there wasn't, how come God was able to change the language of all the people in Babylon when they was making the Tower of Babel to all these different languages that didn't exist? They didn't exist. And if they did, we've only found 2 or 3 different of them languages all throughout history and our ancient anything. There's not like 500 of them. They're all like from the same basic language. They're all derived from that language. And if so, then all the people can understand each other. They can understand each other anyway, even if the language was changed. Because they're all based on the same language. This is just, whoa. You understand? These are the thoughts that I've always had all of my life, just different, random like that. Like, why in the heck? How come all over the world, say a raven is a raven, okay, but all over the world it's called something else, but it's depicted as a raven. Like, why does, say, China call it something else? Why isn't it just a raven? I mean, like, why isn't it called the same animal all the way across the world? Like, why isn't it called the same fucking animal? Why don't we call it? Listen, Adam named all these animals. Why do people in America call it a tiger, but in China they call it a whatever they call it? In Russia they call it a, but it's a tiger. These are just questions that I have, y'all. I'm just saying. It don't matter what language we all talk. Why isn't like our animals all called, spoken every language, the same fucking thing in every language? Okay, say I'm sitting here and I'm talking in English and I say Elon, okay? And if I'm talking in Japan and I'm talking in Japan, I say Elon. If I'm talking in Russia or I'm talking in German, I say Elon. Correct? Or I say Gene Bean, Gene Bean. Blah, 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 Gene Bean, Gene Bean, right? So everybody knows who the fuck I'm talking about. So how come change the name of these creatures or animals? How come change them in all these different languages? Why not just everybody in the whole world, everybody say blah, 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 tiger, tiger. Not this name here in our language. Like, that don't make sense. All over the world, it's the same animal. It's the same fucking, it's a fox, it's a squirrel, it's a bird. Or what? Are their birds different in Japan? Are their tigers different in Japan? That they're just a whole different thing, that they have to call it a different language name? And a whale. A whale is a whale is a whale is a whale is a whale. How come we call it a whale, but they call it but it still means whale? Still means the word whale. Like, what is the word for tree? What is the true word? The ground word, the very first true word of the word tree. Is it tree that's in my language? Or is it the word tree that's in the language over there, language over there? Is that the true ground word of the word tree? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, like in my language, a fag in America is depicting a feminine or non-masculine male. A fag. In Britain, it's a cigarette. What? Huh? How do the two even, like, what? Huh? You follow what I mean? Back in the, say, 1900s, the word gay, gaiety, it was celebration, joy, having fun, gay, merry. And now it's a dark, hidden secret of sexuality. Like, if we was to say something in a language, okay, say the lady that I was watching with the tattoos, she was laughing at the people, the American people who got Japanese tattoos. The one said that it says the person wanted badass, something number one badass or something like that. And what it translated to for Japanese people to see it, because they're the only ones that can understand the language. The American people can't understand the language, so the ones that can understand the language, it says number one bad butt. That's what it translated to. Number one bad butt. Or no, naughty butt. That's what it translated to. Number one naughty butt. So she took it as that they like sex in the butt because it said number one naughty butt to her. But the only people that would be able to translate it would be Japanese people, and they see it as number one naughty butt, meaning that when it says badass to the person wearing it, but other people that can see it can't even understand what it says. All they see is characters. They can't even see it as a language at all, that it reads as a language at all. All they see is characters. So, what is the point of putting somebody else's language on your body if you can't understand? And nobody that you know can, except for the people that can understand it, read it as totally different than what you fucking anticipated it to be. That's so funny. I guess unicorn would maybe be depicted in like a Japanese language as penis, because that would be a unicorn. So if you wanted to get unicorn on your as your tattoo, you would be walking around with the Japanese word of penis. Or phallus, or I mean, you get what I'm saying to you? Like, why is it so different? Why is the language so fucking different? It's so funny. All right, y'all, I don't know. It says Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. Two best cards in the deck right there. So, yeah, something good coming. It says the Ten of Cups right there. Something good. Some kind of wish fulfillment. It looks like a birthright. It says the Hanged Man and the King of Pentacles. He surrendered to some kind of fairness or something, becoming fair. I don't know. Just know you're about to receive something from somebody wealthy, apparently. Whatever that means. Because none of it means anything, because it's all illusion. We need to forget it all. How do you do that? I guess find the humor in it all. No matter what you do, there's somebody out there going to be resentful and envious of you and hateful towards you. just fucking, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we'd all be better off just everybody always like traveling and being on the move, not ever just being right there and the same with the same fucking people all the time. Because we need to interact and so we can understand what we don't know. Because I mean, shit. What is the point? And okay, we've achieved knowing this. We know what the fuck's going on here. Okay. Maybe we should move somewhere and find, I don't know, find an answer to what's going on here. I don't fucking know. What's the point in all of it? Does anybody else feel the same way I feel about it right now? At this point. At this very point, in the here and now, in the right here and now. Okay, even if you was to receive all these riches, since we're here at the finish line, like what? I mean, if that's the case, we're at the finish line. We won't need riches or what have you where we're after that, right? He's going to reward us right at the finish line. Or do we suffer some more? We just got prepared to suffer in a way that we can handle. Is that what we're... Just remember what's at the end of Pandora's box, y'all. Okay. Keep that in your mind. What's at the bottom of Pandora's box, okay? Rich in spirit. What does that mean? What does it mean to be rich in spirit? To know all of this stuff? Or to carry the faith, the hope that's at the bottom of Pandora's box? Because it says, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find. I've been seeking and I've been asking all of my life. Yes, things have been revealed to me, but not the meaning. Like, you got all these people, they put their faith in Satan. All these people that are in control. It's always been that way too, crazily enough. Except for when David was in charge, of course. King David. When he was in charge. Satan wasn't in control. It wasn't until his child got a hold of the most precious. Then Satan got back in control. This is craziness. That's just craziness. Is that not craziness? I mean, really, y'all. Just put some, like, reality check on the whole scheme of the thing. And how come it's always the underdog that comes out and is the champion in the end? But then turns around and gets corrupted. The only one that didn't, the only one that did not was Jesus Christ. The only one. But these other ones lived for hundreds of years obedient. They was obedient to God. This is before Jesus. They lived for hundreds of years obedient to God. So much so that he gave all nations to their ancestors, to their generations of children. But yet, after they received this stuff, they went corrupt. So much so that he had to come down here in his own flesh and prove that it can be done. That there can be a person that can walk on the earth without being corrupted by sin or tempted by sin, which was Jesus Christ. And look what happened to him for doing it. Shunned, spit on, not received, totally rejected by the people, by his own people. Well, why would make God think that anything would be any different? That he was rejected by his own people right from the get-go. So why wouldn't Jesus be rejected by his own people right from the get-go? I don't know. Today I'm asking the questions, y'all. So I'm just saying, if it's resonating with y'all, if y'all following along, if y'all are entertained by this story, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate, it's got super chat and super thanks and the Cash App $Angel Moon 6237. Same old story with cards. Victory, champion. You're a champion. Okay? You're going to be a champion. You are a champion. I am lucky. I am abundant. I am a champion. I am open to receiving. Okay? Just say those things. Okay? Because the cards are saying the same shit. Okay? Because something is big time happening that's going to change and alter the whole scheme of things in the world. It's in the matrix itself. Okay? That's why I'm speaking on the matrix today. Okay? And why do we strive so fucking hard to see what's on the other side of that matrix? Are we just as bad as the evil ones that we see as evil ones? Because they want to know too. If you had the means to find out, if you had the abundance or what have you, the earthly abundance, to find out what's on the other side, would you? Would you be doing the same thing they're doing? To find the connection. The AI thing is all to find some type of connection to another. Because why would they make these fucking AIs to be free thinkers if there wasn't some type of spiritual connection within them to make them where they can grow and think? Because you got to have something spiritual. Because growth, you can't have growth without life. So, what's that say about the AIs? They're growing, right? So they're learning and growing. So do they have life? I would say. Or what would be the purpose of them even inventing them? I'm just saying, okay? And are the AIs a depiction of what we were meant to be in the first place? Servers, to work the land, to work the earth, to provide the earth, to nurture and take care of the earth. That's what we were meant to be, right? God created us to be companion to the spirit and to work the earth and to make the earth greater than. How do we make it greater than what God has given? He made it perfect. He said it was good the way he made it in the first place. So what was he creating in the first place? Was he creating a heaven? Was he making a heaven? Like, what was his point in the first place? Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Rich, yeah. Rich and riches never met money. Why are the streets of heaven paved in gold? Why are the gates made of pearl? Why are those given such value? Why is heaven made of gems? I mean, I'm being serious when I'm saying I'm asking the questions, y'all. Why is those things given such value if it's not a something to it? Because they're given value all throughout the Bible. Really. especially like gold and silver and gems and gemstones and all throughout, how those are treasures. And how heaven is made of all these things. Like it's a place made of all this. Does it not say that in your Bible? Because mine says it. He went somewhere else to prepare a place for us to come to. Is it right? It's made of streets of gold, pearls, gates, pearls. Angels all around with eyes all over them. Some of them standing in white cloaks. Some of them made out of fire. Heavenly fire. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all, I'm asking the questions. If you asking the questions too and you along with me and you get what I'm saying, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave something down in the comments. So, because I'm really, really like, do we want to see what's behind the matrix? Do you really? And will you be surprised to see the dragons? Will you be surprised to see the giants? Will it be a shocking thing? People's hearts are going to fail. People's hearts are going to fail. Well, that ain't even the purpose. You're distracted. You're distracted because that's not even the purpose. The treasures are within. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to get the message out about God and His power. It ain't about the treasures or what we're storing up or what He's storing up for us in heaven. It's about the message of love. That's the whole thing. It's the connectedness and how everything's connected, and that's the purpose. So y'all got to get that straight. You got to know that part, okay? That is the purpose. For us to be connected to God without seeing Him, but just knowing. And us to give that message that God has something better for us once we make it through this. That He put us here. But this was supposed to be perfect when He made it, when He put us here. But when He very first made it, y'all, when He very first made it, He hovered over the waters and saw darkness in the depths of the waters, to a point that He put protection over us. So there was always something else that existed. What other explanation is there? There was always something else that existed in the darkness, in the depths of the water, or He wouldn't have put the firmament over us. So He made that too. But in the beginning, there was a vastness that existed, along with wisdom. The vastness was chaos. And it existed. And then God said, let there be light to shine on this chaos. So chaos always existed. It was a frequency that was tamed by wisdom. Anybody else have another view of that? Because it says it plain in my Bible. It says it. It says that He created. Okay, first God said, let there be light, and there was light. And he said, oh, this is good, this is good. Well, let me separate the day and the night. So he separated that. Then he made the heavens and the earth. Saw that was good. He hovered over the waters of the earth because it was mostly water. And he said, let there be separation between the lands. And he did that. And then he put his face real close to the waters. And he saw that there was darkness in the depths. He said, whoa, I need to separate that from my creation. So I'm going to put a firmament over it to separate that darkness so it don't get in. But later on, he talks about these caves and these dwellings and these caves that are in the depths of the darkness that Jesus holds the key to. And that these angels were sent down to chain up these bad angels in these depths, in these caves that are, I guess, below the firmament, underneath it, or further than it. You know? No, heaven is a different place. Hell is too. It says it plain in the Bible. You could say that, but that don't, I mean, it says it plain in the Bible that heaven is a different place and hell is a different place than what we live here on the earth. It's plain different. And that heaven has levels. Apparently hell has certain levels. Or spaces, different spaces, but they're all the same level, I guess. But we do not live on hell because we have a choice. By living here on the earth right now, every time we get breath in our body, we have a choice. So we're not in hell or we're not in heaven. Either one, living right here on the earth. We're not. We're not in heaven or we're not in hell. Okay? It's not nothing about a frequency of thought or nothing. Plainly says it in the Bible. There's a place that Jesus goes and he's going to make us a place for those that are obedient and follow the path. Okay? So that is not the reality of things. We can say it all day and we can say how woke we are and that and that and that and say those things, but that's not the truth. I'm seeking the truth. Okay? It's not about a thought. It really isn't about a thought of being in heaven or being in hell. It's more about the very present of the very moment of right in the presence of the very moment is what it mostly is about. And how you feel in every single moment, love. How you feel about love in every single second, minute moment, second of time. Your feelings about a non-existent. You cannot see it, but you can with spiritual eyes. You can see love if you're looking through spiritual eyes, but you can't see the presence of love. You can feel it, but it's at an illusion. How many of us have been in the presence of what we call we're in love, and that motherfucker's just ready to take the knife and stab us with it? I'm just saying, was that the presence of love? Was we in the illusion of love? What? I mean, to where we was getting black eyes through love? Come on now. Oh. So in love, we couldn't break away from... No. How come that was given as the illusion of love so much, so many times? Because we're willing to take take the abuse because we feel like that we deserve it. I mean, I'm just saying. All in the name of love. But at times, that being or that other being was useful and helpful and it felt a love feeling. And at times that when that person wasn't useful but only a force, an opposing force, then that love felt very hateful and mean, but it was still love. Am I describing God? That's what I mean, collective. That's what I'm saying. You understand? Hope you understand, okay? That's what I'm saying. Why do we strive so much to find out what's in the matrix? We see what's in the matrix. We see the whole earth, the whole. What do we feel that's in our hearts is real, okay? Reality is what the matrix is. The matrix and what is happening, what is going on, the fake food and the fucking all of that shit is really, really happening. It's not really matrix if we all know that it's really happening, I suppose, because it's reality, because we all know that it's really happening. The only way out of the matrix is through death, okay? Death of what? Death of spirit, death of beliefs, death of what? Acceptance of. This is the matrix. I mean, what? Because even the rich, I mean, we categorize them and assume that they're the same. They categorize us and assume that we're all the same. When in reality, we're all individually exactly the same. Individually. We all have our, well, let's see, how can I say it? If you was, we'll say it like this. I'm gonna close with this because I'm almost into 3 hours. I'm gonna close with this. If you was, say, the Elon Musk or the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers or the kings and queens, leaders of the world, if you was those people in those positions, what difference would you be able to make? Where would you start? And is it your job to, I guess they have their jobs too. Maybe they feel like they're on a mission too. Anatomically. I guess. I mean, like, I don't get starstruck, okay? And, I mean, fundamentally, we're all the same. We all have blood. We all have lungs. We all have eyes. We all have hearts. We all have skin. We all have even feelings. We all have feelings. We all have conscience. We all have ego. We all have child trauma. We all have government manipulation. We all have chemical manipulation. Yeah, we're all the same. Like, okay, but we shouldn't be. In the whole scheme of things, that part where you say we're all different spirits, that part should be that we're all the same spirit living in different vessels on the earth. That would be the more correct term as to calling us collective or the bride of Christ, or that we all live in one spirit in different flesh vessels, experiencing the multitude of what could be or what could possibly be as one vessel in many different, as one spirit in many different vessels. We're all walking like Jesus did, experiencing, God is experiencing life through each of us as a human in our own experience. Yes. And it's all connected through His one Spirit. And we're experiencing each detail of existence through our own experiences for God. Even the Elon Musk of the world, and the Rothschilds, and the Rockefellers, and the Trumps, to the desolate, and the meek, and the orphan, and the widowed. We're all God's experience. All of us and everything is God's experience. But we all don't live in the same reality. That's the key, Kate. We all don't live in the same reality. Because my eyes are alien to my body. My eyes perceive a different reality than your eyes perceive the reality of. As a whole, we are all existing in a paradigm of a reality. As a whole. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. We're slaves to the rich, so on and so forth. That's the paradigm. But there's always a hierarchy in any of it. And our goal is to experience. So every single thing that you experience, the good, the bad, the everything, is the purpose, is the mission. It is the mission. It is the mission. To love yourself through it anyway. Okay? And through acceptance of that, you elevate. Because we're always, constantly, because you say, it's to say that God will come down to the new earth and live on the earth with us. It'll be heaven on the earth, okay? That God, but God is already here in everything. Okay, y'all, I could go on and on and on and on and on about this. Are y'all interested in the topic? Are y'all interested in the subject? Okay, because I can go on and on. I have always asked the question. Always. Since I can remember, I've asked the question. Because, like, people want to know why this and why that. Like, Elon Musk, okay? I mean, he's filthy rich. What else is he going to do besides try to do something that others have never done? which is going to space. Okay? When he knows damn well that he can't, he's an extensive studier of the Bible. He knows all about the Bible. He knows all about God. I'm telling you, okay? He knows there's a firmament. So all that shit's just a joke. Like, that's just a joke. When he shoots off them rockets and stuff, when he does all that and says, oh, it's SpaceX, it's humorous. It's humor to him. That's humorous. That's his kind of humor, okay? Because he's filthy rich. Okay, it's like, if he could, he'd probably put a big old screen up in the sky and play a video game on it. Just so everybody could see. You understand? We're being taught to love. Well, I mean, I agree with you, Joe, but I don't agree with you at the same time. Because we're supposed to put God first. Put God first above ourselves. Okay? But to love ourselves is to love God. Because He lives within us. He created us perfect in His own image. But each individual that does you wrong, you're supposed to love them because they're a piece of God too. So why did He give us such free will as to want to fucking fight them? Why did He make Lucifer, the first angel, the best one, the best of His angelic creations, fall from grace? Why did He do that? Why did He make His first human, Adam, fall from grace? Why did He do that? Why did He do that? To show us that we can never achieve the greatness that He saw in us? That we would never be able to achieve the greatness that He saw in. I mean, He doesn't even give Lucifer the opportunity. But He does us. Not self-indulgent love. What? Okay, what is... I guess in somebody else's perspective, it would all be self-indulgent love. If you're loving self above them, they're probably going, God dang, fucking self-indulgent motherfucker. You only think about yourself, don't you? When that's all you have is to give to yourself. When they think that you got enough to give to them, they see you as a self-indulgent motherfucker. I mean, you get what I mean, Joe? Are you following? I mean, I know you come in 2 hours late. I'm just saying, you need to watch this whole thing, okay? And I started one that lasted about 10 minutes or so, or 20 minutes or so. I was being harassed by the meth heads or whatever, because it's like 4:30 or 5 in the morning. So I stopped it and come back to a new algorithm. I mean, immediately I just said, okay, and started a new video to come back to a new algorithm, because that shit was fucking outrageous, crazy. But I started it. Look, I mean, I feel like that this world that we're in now, it's almost like God has placed a message on my heart like He did on Noah. To warn the people while I build the ark, while you call me crazy or what have you, but I don't have an ark. I'm not building an ark. I wouldn't even know where to begin. What did fucking Noah, I mean, gee, it wasn't like he was a rich man. Where the fuck did he go get the gopher wood? Like, he just walked over to the forest and just decided to start cutting the gopher wood. And I mean, that's a big motherfucking boat to have to put together, and lumber ain't cheap. Working labor, what, he had 3 kids to do the fucking labor. The earth is the ark. So Noah built the earth to save us from the flood. There was only two animals of each kind when we started. Where are these new fucking creatures coming from? Because there's new creatures, especially insects. Shit I ain't never fucking seen before. Where'd they come from? I suppose. Yeah, you can look at it like that, I suppose. That I've built the ark and I've asked you to climb aboard. But that, even though I'm the captain, that don't mean that I have all the answers. All I can do is just be guided by the spirit that's leading. Just like Noah couldn't control his children as far as their sin. We as parents can't stop our children from sinning. Isn't that something? Just, okay. They probably... Oh, bullshit. Greed has been on the earth. No, I don't think. Jesus don't have all the answers. Jesus says himself he don't have all the answers. Only the Father. Jesus don't even know the day and the time or the hour. He doesn't have all the answers. He says it plainly. Jesus says the Father has all the answers. He doesn't know. Yeah. Seek and ye shall find. I mean, I don't want to just quit this, going into 3 hours, but, yeah, I'm, what started this live is all these people getting all upset about wake up to the Matrix, what they're doing. Well, from what I can tell, everybody woke up. Now what? Okay, like, you get your kid up for school, and you go in there and you shake them up, and you just walk away. They don't know what to fucking do. They just gonna sit there and probably fall back to sleep. And you got to say, okay, get up and get dressed and get ready for school. And then they start taking action to get up and get dressed and get ready for school. So now that we've all hollered, wake up, shouted it so loud, now what do we tell them to do? Because they're awake. They all see the illusions. Everybody. Now what? Now what do we tell them to do? What actions do we tell them to do? Because now everybody's just sitting on the edge of their bed going, okay, I'm awake. I'm so awake that it's getting boring still sitting here awake. Maybe I should go back to sleep until you can tell me what is next. Because that's what's happening in stagnation. Everybody did wake up. There's not even any need to yell that anymore. You don't need to shout that from the rooftops. They're all fucking awake. Now what? They're awake. All those people that you talk to now, that used to call you crazy and used to look at you like a crazy man, crazy woman, they looking at you now like, now what? Like, you knew that everybody was asleep. You knew that what was going on. Then you woke us up. Now what? Now we're awake. Now what do? That we know. Now we know. Now what do we do? Unless I guess some of it was written in parables. We're off high morality. No, man. It's the same story as it is now. You got the rich and the greedy that want more riches and greed. The same thing was back then. Then you got the humble man that God rewarded, and everything gets taken away from and gives back to. And then you got your average Joe that ain't even seeking riches. That's just trying to fucking survive. It's the same stories. Nothing new under the sun, Kate. It's the same thing. Same stories. It's not about morality. The same morality's been around since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of it. Since all of it. The same morals. I mean, because Satan was put down here. Satan was on the earth. Apparently he was dwelling and dealing with other Elohim's people before he come upon God's people. Because he was already down here on the earth when all of it took place. Like, the angels was cast out of heaven while God was contemplating making people. Pretty much. Because the other Elohim, the other little g gods, which exist, because God says they do, it says, don't worship no other God but me. So, they exist. These other lesser case g gods exist, or he wouldn't have mentioned them. He wouldn't have mentioned them. Correct? So they really are existing, and they really did make a man or a human or a being in their own image. They did in God, Lord Father, our God, that made us in his own image, made us perfect in his image. And he does not want us to worship none of them little g gods that he created, because he created them too. He created them for them to want to create their own little beings, because he created them in his image, and he's a creator. So he created creators to create in their own image. And then they wanted to create in their own image, and then so forth and so on. Right? Because God is a creator, which makes us all creators, right? Why wouldn't the most perfect angel think that he could do it just as good or better? Why wouldn't he think that? If he's creating God's image, God is ego and heart. Because his name is vengeance, justice. That's his name. Y'all, what started this, my question, and I ask you now again. Why do we as a beings seek what's behind that veil so bad? Because in every single case, you open Pandora's box and it wreaks chaos, madness. But if you can withstand it, there's hope at the bottom. If you can withstand all the chaos and the madness in the bottom of the box, behind the veil, whatever, you reach to hope. which hope is a conduct for miracles, for change, for big, beautiful change. But every single box you open, no matter what it is, there's gonna be some kind of madness, chaos, confusion come out of it before you reach the hope at the end. It's all a big Pandora's box. What does it lead to? Who the fuck knows? Nobody but God, the Father, the Creator. I don't know. Maybe the lesser gods. In the tower, and the cowboy, the gunslinger in the dark tower says we've forgotten the faces of our fathers, which is God and the lesser gods. And they all had different agendas for making us. But I suppose that the lesser gods didn't realize that God the Father was also going to be in competition with them. Since how he was the creator of them in the first place. I guess they didn't realize. Because, I just putting that right there together don't make a whole lot of sense. Because God created, he said, let there be light. There was light. Then he created the heavens and the earth. That's when he made the lesser gods and the angels and the earth. And then he put stars in the heavens. And then later on he says that the stars are the angels. I'm just putting it all together, y'all. I'm just adding the puzzle pieces together, okay? This is what it says. It says in my Bible, okay? This is what it says. Because later on he talks about the stars and the wind being the angels, that they are the angels. And apparently all the granules of dirt or sand on the earth represents a people. Each little granule of sand represents a person or soul on the earth. Because God sure does use that as a lot. Be more than the sands on the beaches. There'll be more souls than that. The nations, the souls, the sands on the beach. So each little granule, seeing how he was made out of dust and God's breath. Every granule on the earth is a representation of a soul. Is that the heaven? Each little granule is each little granule. Have y'all ever looked at a piece of sand? That little granule of sand looks like a whole little universe inside of it all by itself. Is that heaven? Is that heaven? So minute, so small that it's right here with us and we don't even see it. We don't even recognize it. I mean, I thought of us, a whole universe being in God's fingernail about the size of a piece of sand. I guess it would be our perspective of it. I mean, why wouldn't all of heaven be in the piece of a grain of sand? All the vastness of heaven lives in a grain of sand, y'all. What do you think about that? And each individual grain is your own heaven. Anyway, I've been carrying on about this for 3.5 hours, y'all. Now look, it says strength and the hermit. Somebody can do something on their own. Somebody's a teacher. Somebody's about to take the staff. Somebody's about to take the staff, I'm telling you. Tell me, close this non-reading. It says something's a lot of hard work, but something's at an end, something the struggle's over. That's what the Ten of Wands is. You ended up with all the power. But you also have on a shield of needles, keeping everything and everybody at a distance like a rose. Because you're delicate. You're delicate like a rose, so you grow these thorns to keep. You can be admired from a distance. But nobody can get close to you or it'll sting. But whoever dares to get close to you, collective, is going to win the most beautiful prize that they ever experienced in their life. We got the Nine of Swords in reverse. Some kind of duality, death in reverse, something's to be continued. Oh, a new life is emerging. Let me see, Nine of Swords in reverse. You're experiencing deep inner turmoil as a result of your thoughts and mindset. Fear is stripping you of your life force. Get a reality check and evaluate which fears are warranted and which are not. Release your limiting beliefs, crippling fears, and self-doubt. Look, this is telling me it's all a fucking illusion either way we go about it. It's all illusion. It's all a flicking of an illusion, y'all. So, I mean, the reality, though, I tell you now, even if it is all an illusion, the man says we got to pay the fucking bills, okay? I don't give a fuck, illusion or not. The man says we got to pay the bills, we got to pay the fucking bills. Because the reality of that is if you don't, fucking shit getting cut off. And you getting kicked out. That's the reality of it. Death in reverse. Your experience deep inner change. Both of them's deep as fuck, okay? Just deep. It says letting go of an aspect of yourself that is no longer serving you and making way for something greater. Do not resist this change. That's one thing that I know for certain that is even if it all remains the same, change is inevitable. Even if the big picture remains the same, change in the individual is inevitable. There's no way around it. Because there's death and because there's life, it brings change. No matter what. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Because there is death and because there is such thing as life, it brings change. It's inevitable. It can't be stopped. Just because of life and death. Because of those two things existing. Look at here. Don't he look happy? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was happier not knowing. I wouldn't know because I've always known that's what the fucked up thing is. I wouldn't know if it was happier. I wouldn't know. And are we happier than we think that we are until we're not as happy? Like, are we truly happier in hindsight? Are we missing the point? I'm just saying. Are we missing the point, y'all? I mean, in hindsight, are we truly happier if we would have just been in the here and now, in the present moment then? If we would have been in the present moment then, would we be happier now? Or would it still be the same and we just keep cycling over and over again? And when will we reach that? When will we reach that? When will we reach that happy? When will we get there? I don't know. Apparently, life is about struggling. Even if you're rich, you know, the rich have their own struggles. Like, I don't know. Today is a big question, y'all. I'm just saying, okay? Because what I'm hearing this three-eye atlas motherfucker, this big shit turd that's fucking floating around with a waggly tail, is going to hit today. Going to hit the sun on October 30th. All of them, all the predictors and all the people of the science are saying, if you had vacation plans, or if you wanted to go do something or whatever, you needed to do it before October 29th. But how many threats have we come across in the existence of Earth of planetary destruction, of something from out of our control that's out in space somewhere? But isn't that the purpose that God put the firmament over the earth, to protect us from that kind of shit? Because it seems to me that the earth was only destroyed by God's hand. God told the angels to come down and chop down them trees to flood the earth. He told the angels to do that. Okay. As far as the brimstone, the meteors that supposedly wiped out the dinosaurs, I don't see where there's any proof of that. There is proof that the world was destroyed by water, though. That was covered in water. There is definite proof of that. But as far as the dinosaurs go, them claiming dinosaurs existed and they were wiped out by fucking meteors, there's no proof of that. There's nothing proving that there was meteors that burned up the earth and caused mankind to rise out of it. I mean, we all consist, and every living thing consists of majority of water, which is what, like 89% water, and what fire is made out of, which would be sulfur, which would be salt. Our bodies are only like 8-9% salt. Anyhow, I'm going into something else now, y'all. Okay, so this is my thought of the day. I hope y'all like that 3.5 hour thought of the day. And if you watch that first little video, that's another 30 minutes of it. But when the cards plopped out, they say the same damn thing. This Empress is expecting something great coming her way. Or not even expecting it. Because she ain't expecting it, it's coming. There you go. This Empress has got her birth rights are coming towards her in her North Node. Because she's balanced. Balanced her shadow work. Now, how can you, I guess there's no light without shadow, so, to be a light worker is to already balance the shadow. Anyway, the mind of a oracle. There you go. There is a message in here for you people, if you hear it. Okay? There is a message in here for you, if you hear it. And I will say that it's very much to to recognize the importance of the present moment. The present. To recognize the present moment. The right here and now. Okay? Before you go, dang, it was way better then when I wasn't even recognizing it. It was better. You understand? Either you're married or you're not, and both sound dismal. I suppose they do. You can't. You can win. You can win by not trying to compete. That's the way you win. You just take yourself out of the race. You fall off the hamster wheel and you watch until someone else falls off and then y'all discuss it. That's the way you win. I mean, you know, bottom line, it's all perspective. You can say can't win. You can say always the victor. It's the same thing. It's all the way you look at it. Because are you the victor by falling off the wheel and knowing the truth and watching all the people suffer? Or are you the victor by leading the race on the wheel? And keeping everybody on the wheel without them all falling off? I mean, do you feel accomplished by knowing the truth? It seems that I've always known it, and it always seemed to be I don't know, perceived more as a curse than a blessing. Just like Adam and Eve feeling naked in front of God. But they was always naked in front of him. Even if they had clothes on, they was naked in front of him. I don't know. I don't know why we seek what's behind the fucking curtain when what's given to us we can't see. It doesn't make sense. When are we going to see what was given to us in the first place instead of trying to always look behind the curtain? Questioning always, why can't we just see what is given to us and appreciate it? What is, not what could be and what was a lie and that, but what is. Why can't we see that? I pray for that. I pray that we can see the creation of what was given to us that is good, that it is good. I pray that we can see that, the woke, the one that call themselves woke, instead of always seeking to reveal the lie. Because the lie is taken away from what we have, what is given to us. It's still here. The tree, the bee, the butterfly, still here. Even though the lie is trying to cover up, trying to make us seek what is the truth is right here in front of us. It's still here. We just don't see it because we're looking too much at the lies. We're looking too much at the lies, collective. I mean, that's what they were there for. That's what they were invented for. That's to make us see them and not what we really have. The treasures that we really have are right in front of us. And we can't see them because of the lies that are behind it. They're not covering it. The lies ain't covering the treasures. Okay? And we can't see the treasure because we're seeking what's behind the lies. If that makes sense. I guess to quit worrying so much about the lies, and they'll disappear and you can see the actual treasure. I don't know. The message is the message is no matter which way you look at it, we're stuck here in the matrix until we discover what is the key to unlock it. And we're all stuck here together. So we may as well make the best of it. And the only way we can do that is if we each start individually making the best of it. And whatever way that is that you perceive through the Holy Spirit of what the next step is to take to make the best of it. Because there's nothing new under the sun. Like, this experience has been going on since the beginning of time. You may think your individual experience is different or yours is different, but it's not. Or I wouldn't be able to say the word collective when I do these readings. All these things that's happened to you and you and you and you and you happened to me too. It's our own separate little individual experiences aren't so individual as we may think that they are. Okay? Saying that, that should make you want to live in the moment and enjoy it. You understand? Knowing that you're not alone, that everybody's going through the same kind of fucked up shit that you going through, and all that inner turmoil, all that don't know which way's the right way, and all that shit. Okay, because damned if you do, damned if you don't. Seems like every time you turn around, it all has a purpose. It all does. Okay, it all does. Okay. And it's leading up to you being the greatest you can be in the end. Okay? Anyway. So we got Mark. The parable of the sower. Here we go, y'all. And again he began to teach by the sea. A great multitude was gathered to him, so that he got into the boat and sat in it on the sea. And the whole multitude was on the land, facing the sea. Then he taught them many things by parables, and said to them in his teachings, "Listen!" Exclamation point. "Behold, a sower went out to sow. And it happened as he sowed, that some seed fell by the wayside. And the birds of the air came and devoured it. And some fell on a stony ground, where it did not have much earth. And immediately it sprang up, because it had no depth of the earth. But when the sun was up, it was scorched. And because it had no root, it withered away. And some seed fell among the thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and it yielded no crop. But other seeds fell on the good ground, and yielded a crop that sprang up, increased, and produced, and some 30-fold, some 60, and some 100. And he said to them, Who has ears to hear, let him hear." Okay? To me, it's saying, do your best do what God has placed upon your heart. Do your best at it. Okay, this is perfect for this, what I've been speaking of for 3.5 hours. Okay, just do your best. Don't worry about what's behind the veil. Enjoy the present moment. That for some of the seeds that you sow may spring forward. Some may spring forth for a short time. Okay, and some may fall away. Okay, but then there's some that will fall, that will produce up from 30-fold to 60-fold, and some 100-fold. Some of the seeds that you plant will produce 100-fold. Do you understand? That you may have a whole handful of seeds, and one of them seeds will produce 100-fold of receiving the message, of receiving the joy of accepting the message. Okay? But not all will. And some fall away after a short period. Some may receive it for a short period and have an understanding of it and lose that understanding. Okay? You understand? And some just get completely devoured by the denial of the message. From the birds in the air, they come and devour those, the spraggly ones, the ones that have no either or, atheism, pretty much. They have no faith, they have no intent, even. They just existence. Those will be devoured by the birds. Okay. And he says the purpose of the parable, it says, but when he was alone, those around him with the 12 asked him about the parables, and he said to them, to you it has been given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God, but to those who were outside, all things came in parables, so that, seeing, they may see and not perceive, and hearing, they may hear and not understand, lest they should turn, and their sins be forgiven them. You understand that, right? That's what I talk about. When you come into these rooms, when you come into the rooms of an oracle, or you're coming in here to find spiritual awareness, or even going to the church to talk to the preacher or what have you, when Spirit tells you something, take heed. Beware to go and find out what Spirit will give you the answer to, because if you don't heed what Spirit says, you'll grieve the Spirit, and the Spirit will stop answering you. Especially if you continue to keep going back to ask the same fucking question the Spirit has told you to do and told you the answers to. Okay? Understand that. When you come into these rooms, or you go to the preacher man and you ask, or you go to the Bible and you ask a question, you seek the answer, and the answer is given to you, and you do not take the action of that answer, then that is grieving the Holy Spirit. Because He gave you the answer that you sought, and you didn't take any action of it. Be careful. Maybe you should just live childlike and frolic through God's creation in ignorance. Maybe that's the better way to go. For not to know is, you're better not to know than to know and not do. Take that as it resonates, collective. I'll be back in a little while to do a real card reading and that and letters and that. But I appreciate every single one of y'all that has stayed in here and listened to this message, because this message has been of importance, that it bringing about what is about to be the reality of the here and now. To quit, we've already woke them up. They're awake. Okay? Quit shouting, wake up, wake up. They're awake. Now what? Now what? Live in the now, in the here and now, the present. That's the next step. Now that we're all awake and we're all aware, now we need to be aware of the present and live in it. Meaning that I can make a choice that I can go out and have an attitude at every fucking convenience store worker and every fucking person that I come along, or I can go out and decide, no, I'm not going to have an attitude at them. I'm going to be kind to them, even if they're dicks to me. In the present, in the here and now. You make that a decision of the right now. Because we got to live in the right now and the here and now and make these connections. We have to connect. It's time. So it's your decision. It's your choice. Understand that we're awake. Everyone's awake. They're all awake. Everybody. We're past that. We're past that stage. We're past that stage. Even the ones that say they're not awake are awake. They're awake. They're just in denial of it. They're awake, though. Okay? The next step is to connect. It's your choice on every single second. Okay? To be in the present. Your choice. You can keep living in the past, but every single thing keeps pointing to you, telling you quit fucking. That's no longer here. It doesn't serve you no more. Doesn't exist like that no more. What used to be ain't like that no more. You gotta leave that. It ain't like that no more. Now we have to adapt and adjust to what the reality of right now is and what it's soon to be. We gotta let go of that, though. That ain't doing us no good. It says the journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over. Hold on. You just gotta be in the present and hold on. You made it. Look, that message from the universe right there tells me plainly, guess what? I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm golden. Just hang on. Just hang on. You're still alive. You made it up to this point. It may not have been the most graceful, but neither is fucking being born. I mean, that's pretty stressful situation. Fucking being born. Okay? Just look at it that way. That you finally made it out of the womb. Now you're in this new reality of the here and now. Not the past reality that you used to know. Because you died of that reality. Now you're born again into this one. Okay? Take it as it resonates, y'all. I'll come back in a little while and do it shouldn't be too long. Sometimes I do get distracted. And it ends up being like 8:30 tonight. Take it as it resonates. Okay, I ain't gonna make no fucking promises. The fellowship of the puzzle makers, before I go. I might as well go on with, try to get 4 hours in, huh? Give y'all something to do all day. He nodded, but it was more than tough. He nodded, but it was more than tough, he thought. It was unthinkable for him to at least to consider walking away. So why couldn't you stay? He asked. We made you go. What made you go? Nancy sighed. I was looking for something. Something I needed for myself. And what was that? She shook her head and smiled ruefully to herself. Love. I wanted to fall in love with someone, Clayton. I wanted it more than anything else. Sounds silly, doesn't it? No, he replied. No, it doesn't sound silly at all, actually. If he was honest, it was something he'd also yearned for over the years. although there wasn't much risk of that happening to him anytime soon. It was Pip that made me realize the clock was ticking on us all, Nancy explained, when she told us about applying to become a foster parent. Sorry? Nancy turned to him, her eyes widening in surprise. You didn't know she considered that? Clayton felt the color drain from his face. He shook his head, lowered his gaze into his lap. A foster child? You know what she was like when she sights on something, Nancy added. There was no stopping her. Clayton wasn't sure how to process this news. He wondered first Pippa had gotten an idea of fostering from, then what had stopped her from pursuing it. Whether it was an arrival that put a halt to her plans, or why, if that was the case, he felt quite happy all of a sudden to learn that even before he was born, he was wanted by someone. Did you ever want children? He asked. Nancy shook her head quickly. No, that was never something I craved. She whipped into a parking space with impeccable precision. But hearing Pip talk about chasing an ambition like that, an emptiness she felt, an urge she had, it made me realize. What? Question mark. Nancy switched off the engine. That it's never too late, Clayton, to find the missing pieces that make you feel complete. Amen to that. That there's nothing more important in life than pursuing the things you hunger for before it's too late. Here's your message, collective. Crave, he thought, a hunger desire, 5 down. And Nancy glanced at herself in the visor mirror. He pondered what he most wanted out of life, beyond finding out who had been responsible for putting him on this earth. He wanted friends, and perhaps even to experience love of some kind, to find a new kind of fellowship when the one he'd always known was no longer around. Nancy turned and smiled, her face opening like a book. Sitting so close to her, Clayton realized that he had exactly the same color eyes. Looking at them up close, it was unmistakable. Not quite blue, more gray, still gray. He was pleased he had come to her for help, and he didn't want to say goodbye to her yet. Nancy, he said quietly. Yes, dear. Clayton swallowed, unsure whether he was ready to ask Nancy the next question on the tip of his tongue. He paused. Would you mind coming to the Harrods with me? Oh, her eyes went very big behind her spectacles. I'll be as quick as I can. She looked at the rear view and adjusted her hat, then took her keys out of the car. I'd be honored, Clayton. A rush of wind whistled through the cap as she opened the door, ruffling Clayton's hair and flooding him with a renewed purpose. He smiled and opened his own door, stepping into the bustling pavement of Brompton Road and heading in the direction of Pippa's next clue. Take that as it resonates, y'all. Chapter 32 is the Fellowship of the Puzzle Makers, Monday, March 17th, 1991. Y'all take that as it resonates. Alright, I got to go for 4 hours. Come on now. Alright, y'all. Like and love everybody. Y'all got the message out of that, didn't you? That was a great message. Be in the here and now, baby. Alright, y'all stay golden. I love y'all. I'll see you on the flip side. I'll be back real soon.